Is Presti right about Westbrook?
He is very right about what's happened to Russell Westbrook. He has gotten much better as an overall basketball player, even this year and starting last year. But Shannon, listen carefully to what I'm about to say, please.
Okay.
He's gotten better in part for the wrong reason, because I still believe that Russell Westbrook is slightly more driven by starring than winning, by being a star, becoming the biggest star, than winning an NBA championship. That it means slightly more to him, slightly more to win MVP, especially to stick it in the face of the former MVP who left him high and dry in Oklahoma City. That means slightly more to him than winning an NBA championship would. Not that he doesn't want to win a championship, but that's his drive.
Right.
But here's the irony of his drive. Last year, Russell Westbrook discovered and fell in love with this thing called a triple-double. Oh, and it requires one category in which you must have at least 10 assists a night. Oh, well, then you have to share the ball a lot more than you used to share the ball. And I go back just 4 years back, really, it's now 5 complete years, but to 2012, Russell Westbrook averaged 5.5 assists. Now, the last 2 years, he's been at 10.4 and 10.4. So he's almost doubled his assists over a 4-year period because he suddenly fell in love with, I got to get the ball to people who can close the deal for me to close my triple-double deal. And then triple-double also requires relentless effort and energy on a nightly basis because you have to, as a 6'3" guard, get at least 10 rebounds. It requires tenacious focus and drive and giving up your body half the time. He's played in all 80 games that they've played.
Yes.
80, what are they up to?
81 now.
81 now, I think. But the point is, he's played in every game to this point. And all this together, and by the way, he's 10th in the NBA in rebounding, which is just phenomenal. Leads his team in rebounding by 3 over Steven Adams. He's at 10, 10-7 to 7-7. That's extraordinary to me. But all of those contributions add up to, ironically, wins, because it's going to help you win. And I told you yesterday, in his estimated wins added above the average replacement player, he's number 1 in the NBA. He's added 28 more wins than an average player would have added to his team. That's number 1 by far over number 2, James Harden. It's 28 to 24. Well, that number screams that even though it's egomania, that it's ego-driven, brand-driven, whatever you want to say, star-driven sort of triple-double desire of his, that it still equates to winning. So I see a much better basketball player than I even saw last year because he had to be much better to get them to this many wins to even hold on to the 6th seed.
Skip, I do not see a better ball player. I see the exact same player. Westbrook is the exact same guy he was, and he's always been. He now does not have a Kevin Durant, a top 3 player he must share the ball with. So Kevin Durant says, you know what? Since you don't want to share your ball with me, I'm going to leave you here in the playpen by yourself with your ball, and I'm going to go somewhere else where they will share the ball with me. Skip, because we have a sample size of this. You remember a couple of years ago, Kevin Durant missed 40 games. Russell Westbrook's numbers without Kevin Durant, 30.7 points a game, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, on 42.9% shooting, 24 shots a game. This season, 24 shots a game, 31.9, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. He's the exact same guy. Now he does not feel selfish that I got to get Kevin the ball. He gets to do his own thing. So he doesn't feel guilty about not passing the ball to Kevin Durant because he's like, and everybody's like, man, Russ, why you ball hogging when you got Kevin Durant, who's an MVP, he's standing over in the corner, and you patting the rock? Now he's like, what you want me to do? You want to pass it to Victor Oladipo? You want me to get the ball to Steven Adams, or Sabonis, or Robertson? What am I supposed to do with this?
Doug McDermott, he's over there. He's standing over there.
So now, Skip, he's shooting 6 more shots per game this year than he did last year. Because you and I both know, Skip, the likelihood of 2 players on the same team averaging 25 shots a game, not very realistic. Even LeBron and Kyrie. Kyrie shoots the ball more than LeBron. But Kevin Durant needs his shot. Russell wanted his shots. And this is his opportunity. I think Russell is the exact same player he's always been. Now he's not guilty. He doesn't feel guilty about having a top 3 player that he has to share the ball with. Skip, I don't think James Harden is different. James Harden just has a team now. When he was the 6th man, you got Kevin Durant, you got Russell, you got James Harden.
James Harden has Mike D'Antoni.
But I'm just saying, how many shots you think they were gonna go around? You think KD can get 22 shots, Russ can get 22 shots, and James Harden get 22 shots? No, that's not realistic. But he got an opportunity to go to Houston where he's gonna take the majority of the shots, and you see a guy fill up the stat sheet. Russell is the exact same guy he was last year and 2 years ago. The only difference is now he's shooting the ball more, and he doesn't even, well, Skip, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't even think he felt guilty when he had Kevin Durant on the team about not passing the ball. Because if he would have, guess what he would have done? He would have tapered some of that back and made sure KD was happy. Because it's reported that he did ask KD, okay, what do I need to do?
You did.
Bruh, you asking me now about the Jet, what you need to do? You know what you needed to do. You need to stop ball hogging so much and feed me the rock. But you know what? I'm going to let you have it. You're going to win the MVP, but you're not winning no titles. But it's hard, Skip. You have 2 apex guys at their absolute apex. It normally doesn't end well. Shaq and Kobe in their prime, eventually, they had to go their separate ways. Even though Oscar and Kareem, Oscar was on the tail end, they broke up. Normally when you have 2 guys and both are vying to be number 1, it's normally going to end very, very sadly.
Okay. Just for the record, for the last 3 years on television, I've been saying exactly what you just said, and I got hammered over it. I got ridiculed for it. Like, what are you talking about? They have a chance to win an NBA championship together. They love each other off the court, which they did. I think Kevin and Russ got along. Who do we have on Karan the other day? Karan Butler saying, oh, yeah, they hung out all the time. There's no animosity off the court. It was just Kevin saying, man, I'm just not happy playing basketball with him. He's hard to play with. Because he is hard to play with, but he's been much easier for this group to play with.
Yeah, because there are no Kevin Durant's in that group.
You know what? They were really happy for him the other night.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Skip. Yeah. And the thing is that I don't really think that Kevin Durant thought that with the way Russell plays the game, he could ever win a championship with him. That's why he left, Skip.
That's what I'm saying for 3 years. He doesn't think they can win it all with Russell as the primary decision maker and ball handler. Because he's the one, like if Kevin dribbled the ball up the floor, Kevin would have stayed. But Kevin doesn't dribble the ball up the floor. Russell does. So who gets to make the decision almost every time up the court? Russ. Every time he's going to say, okay, I'll give you this one. Or he's going to say, I'm going to attack. Come pick for me. I'm going to attack, and I'm going to get the ball to Steven Adams or Cantor down low, whatever.
So with that being said, you know, I see the exact same guy. We had a sample size because the 30 games, like I said, he was almost averaging a triple-double 2 years ago.
But their team wasn't as good as this team is.
Skip, actually, they were 22 and 18. So about basically
very good.
Skip, what's their record now?
This team, do I have to list all the big wins this team's
hold
had?
on, Skip.
Wait, San Antonio,
Skip,
Cleveland,
listen, hold on. What
Houston,
is that? Skip.
3 times over Utah?
Skip, 22 and 18. Over 40 games. If you add another 42 games to that, that's about the same record they have right now.
Yeah, but that team should have been better than that in that stretch. It was. Russell's a much better player because he gives them so much more assist-wise and rebounding-wise.
Yeah, he was giving them 9 assists a game. So what? 2 points. So 2 points make that much of a difference, Skip?
How about that wins above replacement for a whole year, 28? That's astonishing to me.
Skip, he's shooting the ball 6 more times. So there's the 2.5 points.
You know how bad this team is? If you took Russell out of this equation, even if you put James Harden into this equation, they wouldn't be nearly this good. I'm sorry.
So let me ask you a question. Before the Pelicans got Boogie Cousins, how bad would the Pelicans be without Anthony Davis? Skip, you can say that about any superstar that's on a team.
Well, I just see a lot of growth in Russell this year because he had to. And he's
growing to what? To shoot the ball more?
No, to average double digits in rebounds and assists. It's hard.
Skip, you like those nice route 30, 10, and 10. And it sounds good.
So let's just sweep those under the carpet because they sound like nice round numbers.
No, but
triple-double numbers.
But here's the man. This is the man that told me that triple-doubles are so overvalued. Now you're heaping praise on the guy that's gotten 42
I said
of them.
they were overvalued when it was in the teens with the points. That's why I said it should be at least 20 points to get a triple-double. Didn't I tell you that?
You tell me
There's
a lot
nothing
of
wrong
things.
with 10 assists and 10 rebounds. I tell you that, but you don't listen.